Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how Bulls fans want Billy Donovan fired. Also talking about how the Chicago Bulls are being linked to Myles Turner as a potential trade target. And later in today's video, talking about how the Bulls are being urged to trade DeMar DeRozan in this upcoming offseason. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also leave a quick like below today's video. It takes a second and helps me out a lot. And leave some comments and questions below today's video about all the topics I just mentioned and all the topics I'm about to jump into. But nonetheless, let's not waste any more time and let's just jump right into this video. And let me just first off say these NBA playoffs have been crazy. A lot of good NBA coaches have also gotten fired. The Bucks just fired Mike Budd after winning a championship, a year or two ago. The 76ers just fired Doc Rivers. The Suns just fired Monty Williams. And the Raptors also did fire Nick Nurse. And with all those firings happening over the past, I'd say, week or two, maybe a few weeks now, and a bunch of Bulls fans are saying how all these good NBA teams that are pretty much competing for a championship are still firing their head coaches that have been in the NBA for years now and that are really good coaches, and the Chicago Bulls are just kind of stuck with Billy Donovan. Now, during the start of this NBA season, there was some rumors about how the Bulls secretly extended Billy Donovan, and just a few weeks back, some more rumors came out about how Arturas also got a secret extension from the Chicago Bulls, which doesn't make any sense in my eyes, either of those extensions. I also don't understand why they're both secret. Like, why haven't the Chicago Bulls at least put out a tweet or a simple post on Instagram? They're like scared of announcing the moves, probably because they know Bulls fans are not going to be happy. And about a week ago, after the 76ers did fire Doc Rivers, at Young Jordan on Twitter, huge shout out to him. He's the Chicago Bulls Discord moderator, and he's also the host of Nothing But Bull podcast. Definitely check out his podcast and his Twitter and everything else. But right after the 76ers did fire Doc Rivers, he did say, do Billy Donovan next. And let me just first off say, I've made many videos talking about the Bulls potentially firing Billy Donovan or moving on from him. I'm just going to keep it short and simple. The Bulls are not firing Billy Donovan anytime soon. He just got an extension a few months back, and Arturas just got a secret extension a few weeks back. The Chicago Bulls love Arturas and Billy Donovan. The Bulls head coach and front office are very close, and they pretty much plan the offseason and game plans together all the time. I just don't see the Bulls front office or Billy Donovan getting fired anytime soon. Now, given that there's amazing head coaches on the market that the Bulls are missing out on, it definitely sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do believe Billy Donovan does deserve a lot of criticism, but I feel like Bulls fans tend to hate on him too much. He's not a great NBA coach, but he's also not one of the worst coaches in the NBA. He's just an okay coach, or just a fine coach in my eyes. And I hate to say this and be like this, but that's what this Chicago Bulls franchise and ownership wants to be. They just want to be meh. They're happy being in the play-in tournament, or just being, I'd say, a 6 to 8 seed. Now, obviously, who knows what they're going to do in this offseason, but they knew this core of Zach LaVine, DeMar, and Vooch, they weren't winning a championship, especially with this Bulls front office not adding any talent at this past trade deadline or really this past offseason. This front office is just fine and happy with meh coaches and meh basketball teams, and that's why I don't see AK or Billy Donovan going anywhere. It definitely does suck though, because all these great NBA teams are still firing their really good NBA coaches because they're not doing good enough. It's just kind of sad looking at it from the Chicago Bulls, I'd say, point of view. And the next topic in today's video, I'm going to be talking about this article that just came out the other day from Bleacher Report, and they were listing one trade target for every NBA team, and for the Chicago Bulls, Bleacher Report did list Myles Turner, and this doesn't surprise me. I've made many past videos talking about Turner already. He's been linked to the Bulls honestly for years now, and Bulls fans have wanted the Bulls to trade for him for a while now. And Bleacher Report did say a lack of spacing and shooting definitely affected this Bulls team all season long, and Myles Turner, he takes care of all of that, and I agree. He's a 6'11" defensive center. This man is a blocking machine. He just drilled about 38% of his triples this past season. He took about 5 attempts per 36 minutes, and obviously his rim protection and his mobility beyond the paint would also be very welcomed to and just help out this Bulls defense that was already top 5 with Vooch, DeMar, and Zach. Like I did say, I've made many videos linking Myles Turner to the Bulls, and I've already broke down his game in many other videos, but he would be a perfect center for this Bulls team. Who knows what the Pacers would want for him in return? I know he just got a contract contract extension from the Pacers not too long ago. For these next 2 seasons, he is under contract and he is expected to make about $20 million per season. He's only 27 years old. I believe he would be a huge pickup if the Bulls could trade for him. I just don't know how much the Pacers value him and what his price tag would be. I'm definitely interested if the Bulls could maybe sign and trade Vooch for him. I highly doubt the Pacers would want Vooch, but in my eyes, Myles Turner would fix and make this Bulls team a lot better. Just a simple trade like that, I believe, could really help out this Bulls team. Also, he's only 27 years old. Like I have said, he's a good defensive center, good rim protector, good three-point shooter. He can make a big difference to this Bulls team. And the final topic in today's video, I'm going to be talking about this article that came out from Clutch Points, and they were just talking about the Bulls 2023 NBA offseason plans. And they did put out this article talking about one player this Bulls team should trade in this upcoming offseason. And Clutch Points did put out this article urging the Bulls to trade DeMar DeRozan in this upcoming offseason. They did report saying that the contracts of Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball are big and they will be difficult to trade in this upcoming offseason. The more intriguing piece to move is 33-year-old DeMar DeRozan, who is set to be a free agent in 2024. And as his prime years are winding down, this is the perfect opportunity to trade him while his trade value is probably at the highest it's ever going to be. And I've also said this in past videos, I love DeMar DeRozan. He's outplayed his contract with the Chicago Bulls. He has been huge for the 2 seasons he has been with the Chicago Bulls. He has outplayed that contract. He deserves to get paid from the Chicago Bulls, but let's say they extend him. By the time that I'd say his extension does end, if it is the 4-year max that I expect him to want, he's going to be 36 or 37 years old, and that's just too old in my eyes. I love DeMar. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, but at the Chicago Bulls end of season press conference, I got some vibes from AK that he was kind of taking some shots at DeMar DeRozan, talking about how the Bulls need to shoot more 3-pointers, how they also need to change their shot profile. And to keep it short and simple, the Bulls are not going to change how they run the offense until they trade DeMar DeRozan. I have seen the Grizzlies kind of being linked to DeMar, wanting a veteran to just help out that locker room in Memphis. I just feel like out of the big 3, DeMar's the odd man out, and if they want to change the offense and the shot profile, I feel like they just have to trade DeMar. He's too ball dominant, and he just takes the ball out of the Bulls' younger players' hands and Zach LaVine and Vooch. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video, talking about all the topics and rumors I talked about in today's video. If you guys are upset that the Bulls extended Billy Donovan, then now that all these good NBA coaches are on the market. Also talking about the Bulls once again being linked to Myles Turner. And if you guys believe the Bulls should trade DeMar DeRozan in this upcoming offseason. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.